Well, hello there. This is chapter 60, late 60s, of World's Longest Suicide Note. My name is Roger, and even though that I deal with suicide from time to time, I am not any kind of professional, mental health professional, I'm not a psychologist, psychiatrist, counselor, anyone who you should be taking advice from. So, I think this will be a quick video. I say that, but then I start yapping. And you never know. But I think there's still people, and I don't know, I may not have ever talked about this. I find that hard to believe, but it may be. It may be that I've never talked about the fact that in all my attempts, I've never really wanted to kill myself. I've wanted it just to stop. I guess that's what I'm trying to say is that and I don't think I'm alone in the fact that it's not about the dying part. It's about the living part, the living with the pain. And all that comes with severe mental illness, and it's not about the death part. It's about the death of what's happening, the death of what's going on up here, the death of the pain. That's what it's about. And I don't know if, that's one of the biggest things that that people with their morbid curiosity or whatever, why do you want to be dead? Well, I don't. It's not about that. It's not about that at all. I'm just tired. We get tired of dealing with that, people not understanding. Tired of living with it and working really hard to keep going, but it's always feels like it's just a little short of it's like putting on a shirt that's too small. It's just never going to be comfortable, and it's really hard, and then we go from one thing to the next, and if we find a little relief, and then that goes away. It's crushing, and so there's a lot to it, but if there's anything I guess I could say to try to get anyone to understand, it's that this is not about death, it's about life, and it's about living through some really hard things that in doing it all the time. I don't really know what else to say about it, but if you think that it's about death, you're wrong. It's not about that at all. And I mean, at least for me, everything sometimes is just feels like it's you're walking around with a massive open wound that you could never heal, and it sucks, plain and simple. I wish I didn't have to. I mean, I would give up my glamorous lifestyle. I'd give all this up, all the fame and fortune. I'd get, honestly, for a few days of normal, and I don't know, maybe that's happened to some people. My depression's every day. I don't. I mean, I recall days where it wasn't as severe. When I didn't have to work so hard. I mean, I've had days like that, and those are great days. Don't get me wrong. Those are really good days. But there's also a problem with that. And a lot of people who get hit with depression really hard, but then it goes away. I don't know how they deal with it when it comes back, because that's the thing is I I'm pretty much in it the whole time. I'm under a consistent load pretty much all the time. Yeah. So that's what it's about. I mean, it's an oversimplification, but I think there's a misconception that it's like a death cult, that death is worshipped, and it's not. We don't serve death at all. We're just trying to get through this thing. We're trying to deal with the load that we've been forced to carry, and without any instructions or without any real idea of how to do that. And sometimes we do better than others, as far as the results. But it's difficult, and very few people understand us, and very few people actually want to do anything about it. So that's why I'm so immersed in this because, and it's not, it's not like, well, if I got to stay, everyone's got to stay. If I'm miserable, everyone's got to be miserable. No, it's not about that at all. At some point, it's my hope that, there's going to be things that make it far easier for future generations to handle and manage. But we're not there yet, and same things seem to be happening now that happened when I started. So I mean, yes, there's been some new studies and new this and that, but by a large part, there's not been a lot of stuff that's come out that's been groundbreaking changes, long term. And I haven't tried everything. I mean, there's some things that, for one reason or another, I mean, I have reasons to not do it, but anyway, what I just want to see happen is some understanding, and some real conversations around suicide. But this is not about, me just talking about it and, for my own, before I say something that's like not true, I mean, talking about it helps me. And that's why I do it. It helps me, and not only does it help me, it is my profound desire that perhaps someone will see this at some point in the future and feel empowered to use their own voice and put their own perspective out there. And if it encourages anybody, then it's by far been one of the best things I've ever done in my life. But I just really want it known that this is not, I mean, we're not trying to be selfish. We're not trying to adjust anyone's perspective on anything else, but the idea that we want to leave, we want to abandon our family and our all our relationships and our or somehow shirk responsibility, that is very far from the truth, because that's not what this is about. It's not what it's about at all. It would be, if greater understanding could be made, then we would by far do it. But it's not. I mean, that's another thing. Is like what I'm trying to do is also make it socially acceptable to talk about suicide, because I don't see a lot changing without conversation and without access to conversation, without access to information, and just a way to express thoughts and feelings that would allow other people to experience and to understand what we go through. Because you may think what it would take, but you may be wrong. Because even the strongest of us have weak moments, have weak times. And it's terrifying to think that my life depends on a moment of weakness, and that as quick as that it could be over. I could, because at the end of the day, I'm not out of the woods. As far as I'm working hard to stay out of the woods. I don't know what's wrong with the woods. I mean, I kind of like the woods, so I don't know if that saying is really what I'm trying to express. Now I'm thinking about the woods, and there was a movie called Into the Woods. Is it called Into the Woods? Yeah, and it was kind of dark too, I think. I don't know. I think it was a musical. Anyway. Where was I? Tired too. Sleep's always a thing. So, anyway, I think that's all I really wanted to say. I was talking to, and there's just a lot of misunderstanding of things, and I would like to be a part of changing the perception of what suicide is, and change the dynamic around. Sometimes it's like I'm kind of struggling a bit. I don't know if that's obvious. It's probably obvious. Yeah. Sometimes if I talk and just talk, it lets a little pressure off, and then I mean that's a good thing. So anyway, I'm gonna let you go. How long has it been? It's okay. I could clock in and you know collect 15 minutes of pay. No, I'm joking because I don't get paid for this. Who would pay me for this? No, that's a question. Seriously, who would pay me? No, it's not. It's not. It's not. It's not. I'm joking. Shit. Yeah, but just understand if anything else, we're really trying. We're trying, and we're hopefully with some luck we're going to be successful, at not dying, not killing ourselves, which is great. God, I just felt like I was going to say something else there that would have been good. This whole video, I almost said something worthwhile. Felt like I was on the verge of saying something good. Oh well, maybe next time I'll cross that threshold. And then when I hit the button to stop, I'm going to be thinking like, I just need to delete that. I need to delete the video because it's pointless and it's just me on here. But I'm not going to, because this is part of it. I mean, this is kind of part of the deal. This is what it's like sometimes. So we're showing it all. We're going to bear all. Then I'll share my OnlyFans with you. Once you get hooked on this, then I'll hit you up with that. And you can see my feet. Anyway, stop. Hit the stop button. All right. I hope you're having a far better day, and I hope you're fighting. I mean, not like literally, but metaphorically. All right. All right. Okay. Yeah, I'm just going to stop it.